What up? It's your boy Nero. We're back at it again with another video. Sorry, I've been gone for, let's say, about 2 to 3 weeks now. Had a lot of stuff going on. So we got that shit situated. We're back. We're going to make some more content. I actually have a video that I made right before I had one on my little hiatus. We were playing some more SpongeBob, and I'm going to be posting that up here in the next few days. And yeah, we're gonna get back into it. I'm happy to be back. Yeah, I gotta fight to make these videos. But right now we're playing something a little different. I know we were on SpongeBob and Cosmic Invasion, and we're swapping between those two. We're gonna be playing some Mario Kart World. Well, within the last 3 weeks that I've been gone, I was able to pick up Switch 2, and I have quite a few things to say about this game. They're not all bad, but they're not all good either. So we're gonna be voicing our opinion here right after we play a few races. We're gonna be playing some Knockout Tour because honestly, that is probably the best game mode in this game. You probably heard it from other videos. It is really that fun. I'm not even gonna lie. The Knockout Tour is a blast, especially if you have some friends or family that y'all can play some split screen races. Shit gets intense, okay? So we're gonna be playing some of that. We're gonna be playing regular. We won't be playing online. We'll probably hop on online here. I won't. Oh, a little disclaimer: I won't be able to hear any of the audio from the game. I tried using my chat link, the Elgato capture card, all this stuff, set it up in OBS, and for whatever reason, the audio for the game ain't going through when I have my headphones in. So I have it out. Y'all should be able to hear the audio for the game. I won't be able to hear anything. I just wanted to let y'all know that. I've been looking online, looking on Reddit to try and find a solution to it. I haven't found anything. Seems to me that other people are also having that problem, so I wonder if they're going to address that. There's a little update they can do to the capture card, whatever it is. So you should be able to hear everything. But yeah, let's get into the Knockout Tour. This is, I know I said I was going to save it for last, but let's run through it right now. At least one of the things that I'm not really big of a fan of. I love the fact that we have a ton of different characters. We have little side characters, like you can play as the Goombas and Dry Bones and a bunch of the little enemies that you play and fight in previous Mario games. That's cool. That's dope. They have Nabbit. I'm honestly surprised it took them this long to put Nabbit in here. They have the baby characters, and they have a ton of unlockable costumes. And I love this. Okay, this is great. I love unlockable costumes. I'm happy that they did not put this behind a paywall. Thank you for letting us unlock it. And now unlocking them isn't that fun. You have to go into World Tour, or you don't have to go into the whole World Tour mode. You can unlock them by getting the little wizard shit. It's a rare item that you can pull from one of the item boxes. I think his name is Kamek. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. He'll change your character depending on what enemy type is around while you're racing, and it'll become an unlockable character. You can unlock it that way, but I'm telling you right now, it's gonna take way longer than if you were to just go in a World Tour and get the little food bags. Oh no, that's too. You have to do that. I'm sorry, I'm fucking stupid. You have to unlock the little enemy characters with Kamek. That's not unlockable through the food bags. All the skins are unlockable through the food bags. The alternate skins that's how you unlock those. You can also unlock those by just racing and grabbing random bags through the races. Honestly, it's way faster just to pop into World Tour, go online, find a guide to see where all the locations for the different skins, and just do it one by one. It took me about an hour or two. Well, it really wasn't that long. I got all of them, which is cool. The thing I have a problem with is I do not like the fact that they made them all an individual selection. Like, it just makes the character screen so bloated. And this isn't exactly the best character select screen design that they've came up with. It honestly would have been better if they just, every time you unlock the skin, if you clicked on Mario, it would have you, it will pull up another page and have you select which skin for Mario that you want to race with. That would have been 10 times better. But it's just a little minor thing. It's nothing too crazy. There is quite a bit of pages that you have to scroll through to find the character that you want. But other than that, it's really nothing. Like, it's not a game. It doesn't kill the game in any way. It's just probably a little nitpicking. It's nothing serious. But that's how I do. That's how I feel about it. Honestly, it just doesn't look that good. But other than that, there is some bigger problems in this game that I'm going to discuss after we race. So let's pick our character. I'm not gonna lie, I've been messing with Cal. Probably not a big surprise because everybody was losing their mind when he got showed in the trailer. So I'm gonna hit Cal. I've been rocking the Toon Thumper. It just looks goofy. Like, how can you not? How can you not rock with that? That's fire. It honestly really doesn't matter because a lot of these maps repeat anyways. So we're finna hit a Cherry Rally. That's probably my favorite. We're gonna hit the 150cc because I like my fast races. So let's get into this. Oh man, it is crazy that it took almost a little bit over a decade, almost a decade since Mario Kart for this to be released. We've been waiting for a new Mario Kart for a while, and this game looks absolutely fucking beautiful. I love the colors, I love the character designs. It's just amazing. Colors just pop in this game. It's just, I love it. Let's get into this shit. The AI seems a little like they seem way smarter than they were in the previous game. Like in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I can just honestly, I was playing random matches, CPU matches, and I would put them on the hardest difficulty, and I would have little to no problems on beating the AI in that game. And they're not incredibly hard in this, but you can tell like they are way smarter. They're cutting the grass, they're hitting shortcuts, but they're not stupid. Like honestly, not all of them play that way. It just seems like there's about 2 characters, like here Luigi probably is going to be a fucking problem, but it seems like at least about 2 to 3 of the CPU will be on your ass all race. And I think it makes it a lot more challenging that they doubled the amount of characters and people that are in a race. So instead of 12 people to a race, now it's 24. So you just have a shit ton of characters tossing items at you. And I'm not gonna lie, it becomes a little overwhelming, but it adds to the fun. I'm not gonna hold you. So I'm not really upset about that. It honestly adds a lot to the game. I think it helps that you have these bigger tracks. It really helps with that. I think if you had the size of the tracks from Mario Kart 8 and you put 24 people on that racetrack, it would be absolute hell. And honestly, I think I would have went to my playing the game. But damn, we actually aren't doing that bad. Okay, let's. We out here trekking on them. Let's hit this item box. I'm gonna hold that banana. Actually, we're not holding the banana. That's another thing. So in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you wanted to protect yourself with an item, you had to hold the item button or the shoot button. It'll hold it behind you. Here, like, you don't have to really, it takes a lot of that trouble away from you because it automatically puts it behind you. So you don't have to hold the item at all. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about protecting yourself. It automatically does that for you. And it honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Honestly, it's not, I mean, I got used to it, so it's not that bad. I think I did like, it felt like it added a little bit more maybe it's stupid, but honestly, it felt like it added a little bit more skill to the game. Having to hold the item and choosing whether you wanted to hold it in your hand or hold it behind you to defend yourself. I don't know, it felt like it added a little bit more to the game. So just having it auto put that shit behind you, automatically put it behind you, it just feels like, okay, I don't have to worry as much anymore. Like, you don't have to think as much. Which, honestly, holding an item behind you doesn't really take that much brain power anyway, so probably sound crazy. But I don't know, that's how I think about it in my head. It's stupid. It's honestly not that big of a deal. So like this shit right here, you'll be doing perfectly fine. And it feels like last lap, we're not even near last lap, we're 2 out of 6. But last lap, it feels like the AI, the last 4 people, the last 4 CPUs that you're racing against, in the last lap are just like, all right, time to lock in. And they are just on your ass. They'll come out of nowhere. You won't see them all race, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you cross that finish line for the last lap, they all just pop up. It feels like the difficulty ramps up for that last lap, and honestly, I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the fact that the CPU feels like they're a little bit more competitive. They're a little bit smarter. It just adds to the fun. You have competition. You don't have anything. You really don't feel like you're racing computers sometimes. Sometimes it feels like you're racing against a real ass person, which I like a lot. I really like the competitive side of Mario Kart and other kart races. That's what I honestly come here for. The racing is, I love the racing. I love how competitive the scene can get. That's just something I've always enjoyed, even playing the old Mario Kart games. And now the racing aspect of this game, it isn't the best. It doesn't really feel like they focused on the racing. It feels like they focus more on visuals and how the track looks and the scenery, which is cool. It looks beautiful. Certain areas are nice to to drive through. There's a lot to look at for sure, but it kind of feels like the racing takes a back seat. This motherfucker. The racing feels like it takes more of a back seat. Like there's no 200cc. The racetracks are huge. The roads are wide. It honestly, and you can basically go anywhere and knock out Tour. I don't like that. I really don't. It kills it for me. It kind of feels like the racing is so sidelined in this game in comparison to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where the tracks were smaller. There were actual race tracks. If you can look at the map right now, we're basically going in a fucking straight line, which I hate. Like, you don't get to the racetrack until like the very end of the lap if you're playing Grand Prix. I know this works for knockout, for this game mode, Knockout Tour. It works for that because the whole point is to last as long as you can. You can't exactly do that in a racetrack. You kind of have to have this kind of world traveling open world feel to the game for something like that to work. So this works perfectly fine. But when you're playing Grand Prix, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to drive in a straight line for 2 laps and only spend the last lap on a racetrack, an actual racetrack. If you are buying this game and you're expecting to race in actual racetracks, like you're expecting a lap around on a road, it's not happening. Like, you're not getting that. You're gonna be racing the first 2 laps in a straight line. You're literally gonna have to, the intermission races, there's like a big thing on here. I'm gonna fuck that up hard. You are gonna be driving in a straight line for a good probably 5 minutes before you actually get to the racetrack, and by the time you get to the racetrack, it's basically fucking over. You lap around the racetrack once, and then the race is over, and you're back to driving in a straight line. I hate that. It kills the game for me, honestly. Like, it is the biggest thing I really do not enjoy about this game. It honestly, it really kills it. And maybe it wouldn't be as bad if we had 200cc, but they cut that out completely. The highest speed that you can hit is 150, and that's fine, I guess, but I really do like the faster speeds. And I think when you have this, where you're racing in a straight line and it's a long ass drive. I'm sorry, shit has to go faster. It's just something it really kills me. And when I noticed that that's how this game was playing, I kind of knew beforehand. Like, I watched the trailers, I watched the directs for this game, and when I saw that this way they were doing it, it killed my excitement for this game a little bit. A lot of people like to compare this game to Sonic Cross Worlds, and when it comes to the racing aspect, I'm sorry, Sonic is destroying this fucking game when it comes to just pure racing. It focuses on the racing in Sonic, and I love that. That's what I play a kart racer for. I love the scenery in this game. I love how it looks. We got stomped by the fucking computer, as you can tell. But I want actual racetracks. You know what I'm saying? It's something I can't get behind. The world, like I said, it works for Knockout Tour. If that was all that was for, you have the fucking open world mode, which I'm not gonna play. I'm sorry, there isn't enough to do. And the open world mode for me to want to be in there and driving around doing nothing. Okay, I'm sorry, collecting little blue coins and just driving around with friends is not enough for me to be like, hell yeah, this should be here for, like, no, it doesn't give it enough reason to be in the game. But you know, some people might actually enjoy that. I'm just not one of them. So if you enjoy the free roam, I'm glad you're having fun. I fucking hate it. It honestly kills it. The whole open world aspect of the game is the worst part of this game. The whole world part about Mario Kart is the worst thing about the game, and that's what it's mainly focused on. So it kills it for me. Maybe I'm crazy, but there, even like when it comes to drifting in the driving, it feels a little different. Maybe I'm crazy, but it feels a little different from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the turning and everything feels a little bit tighter. Here it feels like almost like there's a delay. When you hit the drift, your character looks like he'll still slide to the right before, you know, it maybe it's the car. I really don't know, but I've been fucking around with different cars, different character weight classes and all this shit, and they all kind of feel the same. This is honestly the cow and the tune thumper that I'm rocking right now. It's probably one of the best feeling car classes that I've messing with. That's another thing I don't like. I don't like the fact that you can't design your car no more. You have set vehicles now, which I know it's kind of half and half on that. Some people enjoy the set vehicles. Some people like the more customization side of the kart designs. I'm with the side of people who like customizing the car. I like mixing the wheels. I like choosing the car body. I like choosing colors. I like doing all of that. That's cool. I like designing the car the way I like. It just gives it more personality. You know what I mean? Especially when you hop in online and you see other people's car designs. It's dope. That's what I praise Sonic for that. You can put fucking stickers. You can change the colors. You can mix match car parts from different cars. There's a lot of customization freedom when it comes to racing. Holy shit, I can't speak. There's a lot of freedom when it comes to customization in a game like that, and I love that. I love it when racing games do that. I know in Mario Kart 8 it wasn't anything too crazy, like you weren't able to swap up the colors, put stickers, none of that, but you were at least able to swap the glider, change the car body, and swap the wheels on it, so, which was cool. I enjoyed it, and it really did affect the stats on your car, and you know, I enjoy that. It really amped me up and made me want to go in. I did time trials. I unlocked the golden parts for the car. I went above and beyond to get every possible car part that I could get. It gave me more of a reason to play the game. That's probably the best way to put it. And that just isn't here for me. Like, you'll unlock car sets now. Like, you'll unlock set cars for grabbing a certain amount of coins. And I don't think I have all of them. Like, I have a good chunk of them. Yeah, see, I don't have all of them yet. I just have to keep playing. Like, you have to keep playing, getting more coins and unlocking cars as you go and play the game. And it just, I don't know, it just doesn't, I just don't feel motivated to do that. The only time I really play this game is if I'm sitting down in the living room with the family and we're playing Knockout Tour. I have a hell of a time doing that. Like, that's where this game really shines, is the Knockout Tour. It honestly carries this game. If it was just the Grand Prix and the Grand Prix played like this, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I probably would not be playing this game. I don't know. I feel very strongly about this. There's probably some things that I'm saying and y'all are probably just gonna roll your eyes and you probably like, which is perfectly fine. If you enjoy it, I'm glad that you're having fun. But this is just my opinion. I really don't have a drive to play this game. And maybe, like, if I want to play a racing game, I'm playing Sonic Crossroads. I know they're kind of competing right now in the kart racing scene. And honestly, when I saw the Game Awards and Mario beat out Sonic Crossroads, I honestly thought that shit was some bullshit. I think Sonic Crossroads should have won Racing Game of the Year. And it probably sounds like I'm biased. You're probably gonna think I'm a Sonic fanboy. I'm telling you right now, I was playing Mario way before I started playing Sonic. I played both growing up. They were both big gaming series in my life. It was a big part of my childhood. I played all the Mario Kart racing games. I played every single Sonic racing game growing up. I love both of them for what they are, but this just isn't one of the games in the series for me that really hits. And honestly, if I want to play Mario Kart, if I'm not playing with my family, I'm probably going to be playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It just, to me, is a way better game. It may not visually look better, but just the racing and everything in that game just feels more satisfying than it does in this game. And that's just where I'm at with this game. I think it has a reason for being here. But some people probably do like the World Tour and the open world aspect of the game. Yeah, like I said, I'm just one of them. But, you know, I'm not about to sit here and lie and act like I don't have fun on this game when I do play it. I do have my moments where I do have a lot of fun. Except I can't sit here and play this game for a long period of time like I did with Mario Kart 8. I'll play a couple of races, have my fun, and then I get bored and I hop on a different game. Sometimes it's Sonic Racing. Or I'll just be like, fuck this, I'm gonna go play Persona. You know what I mean? I'll hop off that. I didn't have that with Mario Kart 8. There was moments with Mario Kart 8 where I'd sit there and play that shit all day. That's how addicting that game was for me. It just ain't. I just don't feel that same way with Mario Kart World. And I'm not trying to say that Sonic Racing Crossroads doesn't have its problems. Oh, it does. There's actually one main problem that really gets on my nerves, and it is the fact that you're playing Sonic Crossroads on your PlayStation, and you head to your homie's house, and he has a PlayStation, and you log in on your profile thinking that you're going to be able to play a couple of races, you know, unlock some cars and continue the grind on it. No, they don't have that. You'll hop on, even if you're on the same profile, you will hop in on Sonic Crossroads and it'll treat you like you've never played the game before. You are not able to grind and play on the same profile that you started on. You have to be on the same console in order for you to play on your specific not profile, I don't know how to explain it, but you're not able to progress your account on a different console, which is fucking stupid, because every other game you're able to do that. You're able to just, whether it's Call of Duty, Fortnite, God of War, basically every single game, you're able, if you even if you're not on the same console, as long as you're logged into your profile, you're able to continue grinding on your shit. You can't do that for Sonic Cross World, and they haven't addressed it, nor have they fixed it. And it honestly, it is a bigger problem than probably the racing in Mario Kart World. I am sorry, I can't get behind that. That should not even be. That shouldn't even be a problem. I should be able to log in on any console, whether it's PlayStation 5 or no. I should be able to log on a different PlayStation 5 and continue to grind on my shit. Okay, I understand like cross progression that probably won't work. You probably won't exactly be able to do that. There's ways to make it work, but you know that's fine. But if I'm on the same console type, if I just hop on another PlayStation and I'll log into that account, I should be able to continue unlocking cars and going at the ranks on my profile account. I'm sorry. Sega, fix that, please. I am sorry. That is really annoying. That is really annoying. That shit should nope. That I feel as strongly as if I do with that as I do with the how this game feels in the racing and the open world thing. That both of those are, I feel strongly about both of those. That is the one main thing about Sonic Crossroads that I cannot get behind. That is really annoying. Honestly, like I said with the racing in Mario Kart World, Sonic shines in that. Now, control-wise, how it feels to drift and all that, I'm sorry, Mario Kart World blows it out of the water. It just feels so good to churn and to hit a drift, especially in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Even with this feeling a little bit differently, it still feels pretty good. Sonic feels a little janky when it comes to that. Like, it's nothing too crazy. It isn't bad. But in comparison to Mario Kart World and Mario Kart 8, the drifting doesn't feel anywhere near as good. But, you know, you'll get used to it, and it honestly, it probably won't become that big of a problem the longer you play. But when it comes to just racetracks and just you lapping people and the racing, I'm sorry. Sonic's just way more fun. They have way more customization. They have the whole gadget implementation. That's cool. You can create certain gadget classes that'll help you out in races depending on what gadget you use. You have certain gadgets that'll give you items at the start of the race, certain gadgets that will decrease the recovery time if you get hit. There's a bunch of gadgets that do a bunch of different shit. And it honestly makes it fresh. It makes it way more fun to race, especially online. To see what kind of classes that people are rocking with, to see their car designs, just to see all the different customization and different things different playstyles that people do or people have. It adds a lot. It's a lot of fun. Mario Kart doesn't have that, and it honestly it kills it for me. But yeah, no, Sonic has its problems too. Sonic is nowhere near. Like, it doesn't look bad visually. It's not a bad looking game by any means, but I'm sorry. Mario Kart World is one goddamn good looking game. Dude, this shit, like, look at the detail. Look at Toad's hamburger head. I went into this little area, it started snowing, and you can see it frosting the car and his head and his clothes. That is some nice attention to detail. I love that. It's really cool. It probably doesn't matter to some people because you're not focused on that. A lot of people are kind of focused on the race itself. But if you take that into consideration and you look at that, and that's something that you do focus on, you're not going to be disappointed. Like, there's a lot of detail in the racetracks, the backgrounds, the characters, the cars, all of it. It is really good. The colors pop. It's a beautiful looking game. And Mario Kart 8 was already pretty, but this shit takes it to a whole new level for me. This is a pretty ass game. Sonic, I can't really exactly say the same thing for that. So there's certain areas in Sonic where the backgrounds look like absolute shit. Just the crowd, like you'll see in certain racetracks that there's a crowd in the back. They're not 3D models, they're 2D, and it just looks really bad. Like especially when you have when the race starts and they have that little interaction between the characters, it'll zoom in on the character's face and the character looks fine, but he'll be right next to the crowd in the background and it just throws it off. You have a 3D model and a 2D model mashing together, and it's like the background is like low res. It looks all blurry, and it's just fucking ugly. It just doesn't look that good. But like the racetracks themselves, the cars, the characters, they don't look that bad. It's not that bad. It's more about stuff in the background that kind of throws it off. The game isn't as colorful as Mario Kart World. The colors don't pop as much. Well, there was another thing I was gonna bring up, but I kind of zoned out here. Let's see, color. Oh, the lighting. The lighting isn't the best in Sonic Crossroads. The lighting is pretty decent here. It's actually pretty good. Well, it's just a lot of stuff, and depending on the edition of the game that you get, like if you're playing Sonic Crossroads on like Switch, it is. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It is an ugly game on Switch. In Switch 2, they did an upgrade, performance and visuals, and it honestly it fixes it up quite a bit. It don't look as bad. But if you're playing on Switch 1, honestly, I would probably look at you sideways like, why the fuck did you buy this shit for the Switch 1? Because Sonic Crossroads on Switch 1 runs like absolute dog shit. It looks like dog shit. Nothing about the Switch 1 version of Sonic Crossroads is appealing to me. Now, that's a different story on Switch 2. Switch 2, it runs solid. It runs at a stable 30 frames per second, which is fine. The visuals look way better. You can tell like the textures and the reflections on certain characters. There's a clear enhancement in those two versions of the game. If you had a choice, if you were going to play Sonic Crossroads and you have a PlayStation and a Switch 2, I would tell you right now, buy that shit on the PlayStation. I have it on both consoles. Like I have it on PlayStation 5. That's where I mainly play it on. But if I'm playing with family, we'll play it on the Switch. I'll hook it up in the living room and we'll play that way. But if I'm playing by myself, I'm playing on the PlayStation 5. It is way better. That I'm telling you that right now. I would not advise you, if you don't have a Switch 2, I would not advise you to buy it on the Switch. That's just how it is. Maybe that should go online and look at videos. I'm not over exaggerating with this shit. It looks terrible. And if you look at those videos and you say, I don't mind, fuck it, buy it. But I don't see how anybody would want to play the game like that. But yeah, that's honestly how I feel about Mario Kart World. That's how I feel about Sonic Crossroads, because I play both. I love both series. I try to be as unbiased as possible, but even with both of those games flaws, they're both still really good games. You can tell there's a lot of love and care put into both, even though they have huge flaws in certain areas, but it doesn't kill the game completely. Like there's still a lot of fun to be had on both games. I just probably will be dedicating more of my time Sonic Crossroads, especially since they're dishing out DLC way faster than Mario Kart World. They haven't announced anything for Mario Kart World. This is the game. Everything that you see here is what you're getting and what you have. They'll probably do like bug fixes here and there. Like they had an update, fixed a couple things, like probably a couple weeks ago. But other than that, there hasn't been any content drops. Take Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, for example. You didn't get a content drop for like the last year or two of its life cycle. with the wave tracks. That was, I mean, it was a huge content update, but before that, there was absolutely nothing. Sonic Crosswords, you're getting something every month with the season pass. They have been on fire when it comes to the DLC tracks. We have a new DLC dropping, not tomorrow, the next day. I think what'll be today? We're the 5th. We have a new DLC. We have a new DLC track and a new DLC characters dropping on the 7th. They're dropping a Pac-Man track and Pac-Man alongside the ghosts, which is fucking cool. And then like a week or two after that, they're dropping Eye for Monkey Ball. And they're not even slowing down from there. Next month after that, you're getting Tangle and Whisper from the comics, and then you have Mega Man, and then they have Avatar and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They have DLC dropping every month for the rest of 2026. You don't see that kind of fire with Mario Kart. And I mean, some people might not care, but you know, shit, playing the same shit over and over, same tracks, same characters, will get boring after a while. And you're gonna start craving new shit. You're gonna start craving more characters. You're gonna start craving more racetracks, and you're just gonna have to find that shit in another game. Honestly, I really do hope that they drop content DLC. It doesn't have to be every month. It just probably like 3 big content drops every year for Mario Kart World. It'll pull people back. But other than that, honestly, if I were to recommend a game, one of these games to y'all, I would say if you like the racing aspect of the kart racers, go Sonic. If you like the visuals and just laying back and you just want to have fun with like the family and shit, play Mario Kart. They're both really good games, and honestly, it comes down to personal preference. I do like both and have huge grudges with certain things with both, but overall, they're both really good games. I will still play Mario Kart World if y'all would like to see more on Mario Kart World on the channel. I would be more than happy to do that. We could play online matches, play some knockouts, or if y'all want to see Grand Prix, we'll do that. But other than that, that's honestly how I feel about this game. And I would like to know how y'all feel about Mario Kart World in the comments below. I know I was gonna save how I felt about the game for like the end of the video, but honestly, I just had to get it out off my chest. It was really burning, and as I'm playing the game, shit was happening, and I was like, I have to talk about this now. So I hope you all enjoy the video. Like I said, I'm gonna be dropping an old not Cosmic Invasion, an old SpongeBob video that I made and recorded 2 weeks ago. Here, not tomorrow, probably the next day, but stay tuned for that. And we back. We gonna be dropping content again. I'm gonna be active on my social medias that are in my channel description, so check those out too if you don't want to miss a video. And I love y'all. I hope y'all had a great Christmas, a great Thanksgiving, and we'll catch y'all in the next video. Later.